So the end, so because it needs an end point, this is now a seam. So all these other guys were on a fold. They're likely t-shirts, right? But who knows, maybe you gotta keep in mind here too. If this is a woven, the back must have a zipper or a button closure, because there's no way you can get that waist on, right? So just so you know, so that we don't get confused. So this guy, this is no longer a fold, it is now a seam. This one is the one I told you about, that girl that I had to show her differently. She could not wrap her head around how to do this. As soon as we folded it, oh, she got it. So this one in particular really helps to fold it in half. So what I'm gonna do is decide where this is from the bottom. I'm gonna draw to my pivot point. This is exactly the same as the French dart, it's just in a different spot. I am going to cut on one side. I'm going to cut both darts on either side, doesn't matter which side, just on one side. I'm going to cut my new dart placement, try to cut through, not two, and I am going to tape the darts closed. What do I do as soon as I tape the dart closed? Okay. So, of course, I would take my ruler, go from point to point, right? I'm speeding up the lesson, so. And I'm going to tape this closed. What do I need to do immediately? Through the bottom. See, repetition, you remember it. Then, this is the same as what we've done before. You fill the dart, you find the center, fold it, shorten it 2 centimeters. Now, there's something interesting that happens here. Just see, can I borrow your thing again? So, when you guys do this one, I want to make sure you do it fairly close to the bottom, because there's something interesting that happens here that you need to be aware of. It doesn't happen very often, but it could possibly happen to you. When you fold this out, right, you're going to fold it and you're going to put it in here. You're going to punch the side seam. You're going to punch center front on this one. Because this is down so low, she did her French seam quite low to the side. What happens is the bottom of the dart shot out the bottom of the shirt. So picture wearing a bodice, you've got your shirt and the tail of the inside of the dart is sticking out the bottom hem. So there's nothing wrong with that, except that you need to correct the shape. So in a case like this,
Try not to get your face.
oh yeah, thank you. You need to punch out the side seam and the hem. So you are punching out here and here because the dart is intersecting both seams. And then what happens in the end is your dart looks like this. This part and this part are the side seam. If I close that, that's where they go. Now if we look at these 2 seams, this one and this one are the bottom, right here. See?
So you punched where, can you just go close
Yep.
it one more time?
So
And
you
punched
first you
fully?
punch the side seam. So what happened
Yeah,
was
I
she punched the
saw it.
side seam and then she's like, I don't get it. She's open it up and they didn't come to a point. If they don't come to a point, that means that you punched here, but there's still some left over here, which means that you need to then punch the other seam. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen because it did happen here, right? So what I would do on this guy is make sure you go low enough that it happens so that you can draw it in, that intersection, so that you need to punch this side, and then you get the shape of your dart. All right? And we'll go for lunch in 15 minutes.